We need justice for Jose Aldo. He's came back at UFC 301, made his legendary return, and shut down Jonathan Martinez, winning a 30-27 decision, absolutely dominating him in his return, and he's been ranked at number 8 in the world. They've just updated the rankings. I could go on a rant about why Steve Erceg is ranked at number 9, or why Michael Chandler has magically moved up the rankings all of a sudden because he's got a fight with McGregor coming up. No surprise there. Number 8 in the world for Jose Aldo is an absolute joke, and not only have they done that to him, but they've also snatched his title elimination bout from him against Corey Sandhagen. Jose Aldo should be ranked number 4 in the world and should be right now fighting Corey Sandhagen in a title elimination bout in the bantamweight division. But instead, and Corey Sandhagen has said on an interview with Mighty Mouse that this is a title elimination bout against Umar Nurmagomedov. Instead of Aldo getting it, Umar Nurmagomedov, who has beaten not a single ranked opponent in his division, is getting a title elimination bout against Corey Sandhagen. In a home crowd. In his home crowd of Abu Dhabi. Everything in his favor. He got given this fight. He pulled out of the fight. And now he's been given it again after beating another unranked fighter who was making their debut in the UFC. When is it going to end? Like, this is so delusional. We can look at the rankings right now. These are the updated rankings. I hope you can see the bantamweight division here right next to me. You've got Jose Aldo at number 8 in the world. In my honest opinion, Jose Aldo, if he gets another win, there's arguments for pound. He's at number 8 in the world, being in the top 15 of the pound for pound, I should say. He's number 8 in the world. He's beaten Marlon Vera at number 4. Why the fuck is he not above Marlon Vera? Why? Why does that make any sense in the world? So not only is Marlon Vera at number 4 in the world above Jose Aldo, who he's lost to, he's also above number 7 Song Yudong, who he's lost to. Make it make some level of sense. Jose Aldo has defeated number 4 Marlon Vera, number 9 Rob Font, number 14 Jonathan Martinez, who was number 12, and he beat number 15 Pedro Munoz. That's 4 wins inside the top 15 at bantamweight that are still incredibly relevant wins. These ain't Colby Covington wins where he beats them and they go on to become unranked or go on to leave the UFC and retire from the sport. These are relevant, good wins that he still has in the bantamweight division, and somehow Marlon Vera is ranked at number 4. Jose Aldo, not only did he beat those names I've just read out, in Marlon Vera, easily beat him. Rob Font dominated him. Jonathan Martinez easily beat him. Pedro Munoz easily beat him. He also had the closest fight out of anyone against Merab Dvalishvili, making Merab look terrible. No takedowns in that fight for Merab. Barely any control time if he did get a sudden takedown. Held Aldo up against the cage after Aldo is landing knees and shots at range. Merab also landed a couple shots at range here and there. I don't want to completely discredit Merab's performance, but Aldo made him look bad. Aldo made him look like a guy Yan was going to destroy, a guy Cejudo could beat. You know what I mean? Like, that's where that's why it was such a shock that Merab did what he did afterwards to Cejudo and Yan, because Aldo made him look human. Maybe Altitude did as well. Who knows? Aldo at number 8 is a fucking disgrace. I could go off about Holloway being at number 9 in lightweight. Listen to me right now. Jose Aldo in the world is ranked 2 positions above Umar Nurmagomedov, who's been put at number 10 with no ranked wins. Let's just get that. Jose Aldo is ranked 2 positions above Umar Nurmagomedov, who's just snatched his title elimination bout and has got it basically on home turf in Abu Dhabi. Snatched his title elimination bout. Jose Aldo, look at his wins right here. He has wins over Jonathan Martinez, which is a big win that he's got. Jonathan Martinez, he's got wins over... He lost to Merab Dvalishvili. He beat Rob Font, who was ranked. He beat Munoz, who was ranked. He beat Vera, who's sitting at number 4 in the rankings, above 2 people that have already beaten him. Like, what are we doing here, man? He lost to Yan in a 5-rounder. How dare he? How dare he lose to Peter Yan, one of the best bantamweights in the world? And by the way, in the first 3 rounds of that fight, Aldo was giving him a lot to handle. He was giving Yan a run for his money in the 2nd and 3rd round of that fight. We can go on, though. Listen, I know he lost to Marlon Moraes and the Volk losses at featherweight, but look at the legacy this guy has. Moicano, Stevens, Edgar, if you want to wonder why Marlon Vera's ranked so high. He beat Rob Font, so did Aldo. Well, he beat Edgar, so did Aldo. Aldo arguably beat better versions of them. Maybe not Rob Font. I can't remember if that was before or after the Vera beatdown. But either way, he's also beaten Vera. He beat Mendez, Lamas, the Korean Zombie, Frankie Edgar again, Mendez again, Florian, Hominick, Gamburian, Uriah Faber, Mike Brown, Cub Swanson. We're getting into WEC territory, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you here. This guy has accomplished so much. There are arguments for Jose Aldo to be top 5 greatest of all time fighters. Crazy legacy at great legacy at WEC. Phenomenal legacy in the UFC as the champion. Great legacy at bantamweight in a whole separate division. Dude's had legacy in 2 different divisions that people could only possibly hope for in 1. And he's done it in 2. Late in his career, as an older fighter. And he's come back after not even that long. Some fighters are in the UFC and they ain't been this active since August 2022. So he fought Merab in August of 2022. He came back against Martinez in May of 2024. I know fighters active in the UFC, that never left. They ain't fought in a year and a half. They ain't fought in nearly 2 years. Why is Aldo being punished? He's not coming back after 10 years off, 5 years off. We don't know just where he stacks up. We know exactly where he stacks up. And they've put him at number 8. Purposefully, in my opinion, they know his contract has ran out. They want to renegotiate, so they're putting him here at number 8 so they can renegotiate better for themselves. Because if he was in a position where he was right in place for a title elimination bout, with all of the stuff on the line, with a title shot promised if he wins, the UFC would have less leverage. So now they're going to be like, well, if you come back, we'll just give you another contender, and maybe then after that you can get a title elimination bout. So we're not really going to look to pay you that much when you first come back. So, we got to take that into consideration. Like, it's so lame to me. We know it's the UFC. Stop disrespecting your fucking legends. How can someone be coming off a win and arguably should be in the top 5 greatest fighters of all time and be at number 8 in his division, while Umar's at number 10? What's Umar done? Remember, Martinez, ranked number 12 at the time. Rob Font, I believe, was top 7 at the time. Munoz was top 10 at the time. Vera was top 10 at the time. Moicano's a great win in hindsight. Jeremy Stevens, he has losses. Some people disagree with the Moraes loss. It is what it is, but he's lost to Volkanovski, Yan, Holloway, and McGregor. Outside of the Moraes loss that some people disagree with. That's it. And he took the second Holloway fight on short notice. People don't remember that. Edgar, he's beat Mendez, Ricardo Lamas, the Korean Zombies, Frankie Edgar again. This is all when these were title defenses for him. Chad Mendez, Kenny Florian, Mark Hominick. He's been on top for a long time, achieved all this legacy. And then you look at Umar. What's Umar done? To be 2 positions below him in the rankings and take his title elimination bout. What's Umar done? Beat 11-1 Beksat Almakam. Guy making his debut in the UFC. The guy also had a fake record coming into the UFC and it had to be amended to 11-1. It was originally something like 16-1. 11-1. He was a good prospect. He dropped Umar in that fight. Before that, he beat Raoni Barcelos. That is the best win in his career. Raoni Barcelos is a top 25, I would say, level bantamweight, or at least was at this time. Since then, we've kind of seen a different look in Raoni Barcelos, and maybe even before then, we started to see a different looking guy. He's never looked as good as he looked when he fought Khalid Taha. Maybe Khalid Taha is just that awful, and we overestimated how good Raoni Barcelos was. Either way, that's his best win. Unranked, Raoni Barcelos, who maybe at the best, at the peak of his career, has seen number 15 in the rankings. Maybe. Nate Maness, Brian Kelleher, Sergey Morozov. Morozov, Kelleher, Maness, Barcelos, Almacan. Gets him ranked number 10 at bantamweight. Martinez, just bantamweight alone we're going to go off of here. Martinez, Font, Munoz, Vera. Gets Aldo ranked number 8. I'm not even talking about the fact that this guy is one of the greatest featherweights of all time. He's the most accomplished featherweight in MMA history. If you don't want to call him the greatest of all time, he wasn't the best of all time. Whatever you want to say about him, he is the most accomplished featherweight in MMA history. And he's at number 8. Getting passed up for a title elimination bout. Because Umar just needs to fight Sandhagen in Abu Dhabi as well. I guess this makes room for maybe still a potential chance at Jose Aldo, Dominic Cruz, and then he can get a title elimination bout. But if I was Aldo and I beat Martinez, I'd be like, man, I might go on another title run. They're going to put me at number 4. I beat Marlon Vera's ass. Of course they're going to put me at number 4. I've only lost to Yan. Out of anyone in the rankings, the only person that would hold him down in the rankings would be Yan and Marab, who he gave a very tough fight to, both of them. So who's holding him down in the rankings? Because no one's holding Vera down. Not Yudong, not Aldo. Both of them beat him. Make it make sense. And you know what I've seen as well? A lot of people saying things like, well, you weren't complaining when O'Malley got a shot against Peter Yan when he was ranked number 11. First of all, it was the only fight at the time for Peter Yan to take. I don't remember all of the matchups that were booked, but it was. Everyone else in the division had a fight booked. If you go back at that time and look around the fights that were made around the time of O'Malley versus Yan, there wasn't another logical option for Peter Yan to get a fight against. It was absolutely ideal for Sean O'Malley at the time. It was a matter of luck, really, that he got that fight. And also, his ranking was kind of misrepresented. I think they had him at number 13. He had just beaten, he'd just gone to a no contest with number 9, Pedro Munoz at the time. So his ranking was a little bit misrepresented. Either way, it was the only option for him at the time. Everyone else had a fight at bantamweight, but Peter Yan, and it was either O'Malley or really looking for the bottom of the barrel guys at bantamweight if you wanted to fight anyone anytime soon. That's that situation. No one cared when Poirier fought Benoit Saint-Denis. First of all, a lot of people did. Second of all, Poirier had no one else to fight either at lightweight. They were all booked up. Every lightweight was booked up. So they made Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis and capitalized on the fact that they could make that fight if Poirier wanted to fight anyone. This is not the same situation. This is not just, I know a lot of people say, Guru equals Dagestan equals hate. Or the Guru, Dagestan equals hate. This is not what it is at all. Do I notice that there's massive preferential treatment for them every single time? Yes, I do. Do they always get what they want on their home turf? Yes, they do. But this is just a matter of not disrespecting a legend of the sport in Jose Aldo. Number 8. Think about Aldo's career and tell me he's not top 5 of all time. Tell me, who's above him? Khabib? Is Khabib above him? That's the debate, right? Does Aldo surpass Khabib in legacy now? That's the thing we're asking to ourselves. And a lot of people have Khabib in their top 5. So there's a genuine discussion over whether or not Aldo should be in the top 5 greatest MMA fighters of all time. And at the same time, I'm having to argue why he shouldn't be 2 positions above Umar Nurmagomedov. who has accomplished fucking nothing in his entire career. Fuck all. He's done jack shit. Nothing. Not a single big name on his resume. Not a single ranked opponent on his resume. And he has put 2 positions behind Jose Aldo. I'm getting sick of it, man. And how much time I got left in this video? Can I even talk about the... I'll discuss it. I'll waffle a little bit about the Erceg thing. Dude, Erceg just beat Pantoja. Why has he moved 1 position above? When Reyes beat Jones's ass, they moved him from, what, number 5, number 4 to number 1 at light heavyweight? What the fuck has Perez, Makayev, Cap, Nicolau done? What are the rankings right now? I'm getting angry now. I'm getting proper angry at this shit every weekend. Why do I have to say this shit? This is basic common sense. You're telling me that Mohamed Makayev's razor close win over Alex Perez, that arguably could have gone against him, is better than Steve Erceg's razor close win over Pantoja that went against him. What are we ranking? Because you've got Perez above Makayev. So it's not about who beat who. You've got Vera above Aldo and Yadong. So it's not about who beat who, is it? It's not about who has wins over who. So if it's not about that, why the fuck is Steve Erceg, who just proved that he's championship level, below all of these schmucks? I love Manel Cap, but he's really fumbled greatness, in my opinion, over the past year. All of these schmucks. We're not slandering Manel Cap. He's our boy. But either way, why is Erceg at number 9? Why is Aldo at number 8? Why did Chandler magically move up a spot for no fucking reason? Because he's fighting McGregor soon. We know why. We can move on to why the fuck is Holloway at number 9 at lightweight? Can you even see that on the screen? You can. Why the fuck is Holloway number 9 at lightweight? Below Fiziev. Below... Holloway is higher... Listen to this and tell me how it makes any fucking sense in the world. Max Holloway... This is the pound for pound rankings. Max Holloway is ranked higher pound for pound in the world than he is in the lightweight division. So how does it make any sense? Holloway should be minimum number 5. I don't mind him not jumping Gaethje based on accomplishments at lightweight. I don't mind him not jumping above Gaethje. Number 5. Above Gamrot. Above Chandler. Dariush. If you thought, oh, well, he only made his debut at lightweight and got Gaethje, so he don't deserve too much. Chandler made his fucking debut at lightweight against Dan Hooker and got a fucking title shot. He got put right in the top 5. That's what Chandler got. Holloway just fucking slept Gaethje, who Chandler lost to, and above that, they've put him at number 9. But beyond that, not only have they disrespected him like they didn't do Chandler, he was one of the greatest featherweights of all time before making his lightweight debut. Chandler was a Bellator guy who had touched the belt, who had been knocked out for the belt and had lost for the belt recently and then went on to beat the great Benson Henderson at 50 years old. Like, I don't want to fucking hear it, man. It's bullshit. The rankings are bullshit. They're fucking destroying careers and ruining negotiation for fighters that are opening up their contracts right now. This is not some secret conglomerate of MMA media members. We know it's just a UFC staff member. Stop fucking around. What do you think they're letting some random group of media members in MMA that are unnamed, that we have no idea the name of, just randomly have the login to their fucking UFC.com website? Do you think we're fucking dumb? We know it's you. Fix this shit now. Aldo should be number 4 at bantamweight. Umar should fuck off and fight anyone else, because before I even get into it, people were saying, oh, you're not going to trash Umar. Umar has options. Umar has options to fight. There's Rob Font. There's Phillips. There's... Cruz will not. I know he won't fight him. There's Rob Font. There's Phillips. There's Batista. There's Martinez. Well, not really anymore, but there's Munoz. There's Batista. There's Phillips. There's Rob Font. There's Song Yadong soon enough. There's Figueiredo. Probably not earn that fight either. But below Figueiredo, there's Song Yadong. There's Rob Font. There's Kyler Phillips, there's Mario Batista, there's Pedro Munoz. Any of those names. And you know what I'm sick of hearing? They're just scared to fight him. Because there's other people in the division, like Saeed Nurmagomedov. I remember when he put a few wins together in a row. Everyone's scared to fight him. Everyone's scared to fight him. Why don't they fight each other yet? Everyone else is fighting each other. You got American on American. You got Brazilian on Brazilian. All the fucking time. All the fucking time these guys are fucking killing each other off. And then you got these Dagestani guys. Like at middleweight. We can go to middleweight. Neither of them are ranked right now, but there are 2 middleweights outside the rankings. Both have this narrative of nobody wants to fight them. We have to give them these big names. Sharamagomedov was offered Marvin Vettori in the Middle East, in Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia. Ikram Aliskerov was offered Paulo Costa as a big matchup. They both just barely won their fucking debut. And they got offered Paulo Costa and Marvin Vettori. Top-ranked contenders. And guess what the narrative was? We have to match them against top contenders. Nobody wants to fight them. Well, if nobody wants to fight Sharamagomedov, which I don't believe because he got his grappling exposed in his debut. If nobody wants to fight Sharamagomedov and nobody wants to fight Ikram Aliskerov, guess fucking what? Have them fight each other. Oh, no way. Turns out not everyone doesn't want to fight them. You can't possibly do that. Fucking, it's dumb as fuck. I fucking hate it. Put Aldo at number 4. Shift these motherfuckers down. Out the fucking rankings. You know what I'd rather see? Cejudo versus Umar. I don't mind that at all. If you want to give him a jump up, let's see Cejudo, Umar, and let's see Aldo, Sandhagen for a title shot. Why did they even want Umar as champ? What is the need? We just have to have him as champ. You know what it is? They've got a deal in the Middle East, in Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia now, where they're going to be expected to make headlining cards with good headliners in those locations, and they know in order to do that, they need a certain type of fighter to be main eventing. So they're pushing for that certain type of fighter to get to the top as soon as possible, because I'm telling you this right now, when they didn't have a champ, they were definitely panicking. When Makhachev weren't champ yet, and they didn't have Ankalaev, and they didn't have any of these other guys as champ or close to the belt anytime soon, I bet you they were fucking stressing about, oh shit, I know he just beat Bobby Green, but give Makhachev the fight against Oliveira. And strip Oliveira of his belt by making everyone at the entire event 0.5 pounds over, and then make sure that it makes more sense to have a Makhachev fight because it's for a vacant title, and it's not Oliveira defending anymore. They're both ranked contenders. It's just bullshit. I ain't trying to hear it anymore. Fuck off. Pissing me off every day. Aldo should be at number 4 in a title elimination bout. I'm sick and tired of it. Sick and tired of it, man. I don't understand. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you later. Aldo is higher on the greatest of all time list, and he's coming off wins than he is in his own division in the rankings. Fucking sort it out. Now, you know what the annoying thing is? People are saying, oh, these guys are so scared of these Dagestani guys becoming champs. I get paid regardless. I honestly get paid more if I hate the champ than I do loving him. Honestly, people don't like the channel when I fucking support a fighter. So it'd probably be better if I fucking hate the fucking champ. It's nothing to do with that. Other contenders, you want to know why they lose? Guess what? Islam Makhachev beats Adriano Martins 9 times out of 10. But guess what? When you're a proper fighter, you get made to run the fucking gauntlet and go on a 10-fight win streak like Arnold Allen. And go on an 11-fight win streak like Leon Edwards. When you get made to run the fucking gauntlet in your division and go from unranked to fighting number 14, to fighting number 11, to fighting number 7, to fighting number 5, to fighting number 1, then getting your title shot. Sometimes the better fighter don't always win. So I'm not saying Umar ain't the best bantamweight in the world. We don't know yet. He might beat Corey Sandhagen. But guess what? If Umar had to go through Munoz, then Batista, then Rob Font, then Figueiredo, then Cejudo, then Merab, guess fucking what? One of them along the way would probably have beaten him. But we don't even have to see that. They beat a bunch of unranked schmucks, and then the UFC goes, chuck him up the top. Chuck him up the top. 1 fight, title shot. It's bullshit. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Had to get it off my chest. It's so annoying to see. They're most privileged fighters in the sport. But it's not even about that. It's about Aldo being done wrong. Because guess what? If his name was Jose Aldo I bet you he'd be ranked number fucking 4 right now. That's all I'm going to say. Fucking inbreds.